Good morning. I have the pleasure of sitting here with Sam Malhotra and Laura Everngam-Price with ezVOLTz. So what brings both of you to MACo? Now, you're a pro. You've been here. You're the past president of MACo, and now you're on the private side of things. So what brings both of you here and ezVOLTz specifically to the MACo conference?
Well, first of all, thank you so very much for having us, both Laura and I. ezVOLTz has a solution that was built from the ground up for county governments in the EV charging platform.
Okay.
So the problem today in the industry is that the county governments are inundated by many of these charging networks coming in, and they plop their chargers and then they leave. So the county doesn't get any benefit out of that. There's no planning, there's no management, there's no governance. 1 out of 3 chargers today are not working at any given time. So me as an EV driver, or you as an EV driver, you're banking on going to an EV charger to fuel up, and if it's not working or if it's not available, that's not right. So our solution and our advocacy is that county governments should have their own networks, and that so that they can have a complete view of what charger's working, what is not working, so the residents of the county or the jurisdiction have a superior experience of having an EV. You know, we all talk about the climate, issue, and I think that, a small part of that is county governments having control over their charging infrastructure. So that's what brings us here, and that's what we are hoping that our message is going to be heard by county governments and county executives.
So let me ask you just a quick question. So ezVOLTz, are you providing a platform for them to be able to see all of their network, or are you providing the infrastructure as well, or are you doing both?
It's doing both. It's a complete life cycle of EV charging. So in the e-mobility sector, that's the industry we are in.
Right.
In e-mobility, we are EV charging as a service. What that means is that there's just one belly button to push, and that, so from the very inception of siting, doing the site prep, working with the utility, doing all the engineering work, pulling all the cable to the charging bank, and then, loading all the software, flipping the switch on, that's all us.
Well, I'm excited to hear about, ezVOLTz, because we can be great partners, because as you know, Noresco works with county governments on a regular basis as we're looking to put in energy solutions for customers, and oftentimes EV charging infrastructure is part of that solution. So it's great to sit down and talk with you and learn about your infrastructure and the benefit that you can bring, because I know what I hear from a lot of our customers is one of their big concerns with EV charging, and I think you kind of alluded to it, is the fact that there's no universality to the types of charging stations. So generally, unless you have one brand that I'm not promoting, it's hard to find infrastructure that supports everything. So I look forward to working with all of you, and I hope you have a great conference.
Thank you so very much.
Certainly, please.
Side note here, so I love local government, and I wanted to find something on this side that would allow me to help local governments. And with all of the infrastructure money that's out there, because the federal government and Maryland in particular really do want to get the EV on the road. So they have provided a lot of money to the governments. And so we can help do that and choose those chargers to get on the ground. It's specifically, the grant is for local governments to own and put these things on the ground, because I don't think they like the chaos of what is out there. And having a revenue share model too. One of the things I'm sure I talked to you about maybe a couple of years ago was highway user revenues, and how the counties lost a lot of that money. So here's another place where we can quote unquote help fill the pothole and create a revenue stream for the county, so that we can keep taxes low and help fill the potholes and roads maintenance, and put that back into there. And then the county has that accountability. The government has the accountability, because if you're using taxpayer money for something, and then, as Sam said, 1 in 3 aren't working, the citizens aren't going to be happy. And so, again, after 12 years as a locally elected official, I know you want to keep your citizens happy. So that was what's very attractive and very unique about ezVOLTz.
Fantastic. Look forward to both of you having a wonderful conference.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.